I think my M29 girlfriend, F28, doesn't see my children as legitimate, and I don't know where I can go from here. I'm going to try and summarize this situation as much as possible. It's late here, so if things don't make sense, please ask me to clarify. My girlfriend, M, and I met when at university almost 10 years ago. We had been friends on and off since then, but it was never like we were super close. We met again at a New Year's party in 2023, and we started talking more, and eventually we started dating. I'm a foster parent. My parents were one when I was growing up, and once I reached of age to qualify, I trained to become one myself. I've been fostering since I was about 22 years old. I currently foster 3 boys. The older 2 are biological brothers and moved in with me early 2022. But the youngest one, 11, has lived with me since June 2019. This is something that I obviously made very clear to him when we started dating, to which he had always been incredibly supportive. I introduced her as my girlfriend to them about 6 months ago. I know that took me a long time, but I'm super cautious with introducing new people to them, especially considering some of their pasts surrounding step-parents. She never rushed me into introducing them and has never tried to force a relationship with them. Looking back, I don't know if she has even tried to form a solid relationship with them at all. 11 has been moved to a long-term placement with me, which is 2 steps below adoption. It means he is never going to be removed from my household or reintroduced back into his bio family. He is my son, calls me dad, etc. He hadn't been in contact with his bio family for over 2 years and has been really wanting to get in contact with his mom. I have been trying my hardest to arrange this for him, but his bio mom just hasn't been willing. Since he's moved in with me, she's had 3 more children who have all stayed living with her. This is something 11 really struggles with. He has such complex feelings of abandonment that I couldn't even begin to unpick them here. But I have been working to build his self-worth back up. It has been a long road with so many ups and downs, but I feel like I am getting somewhere with him finally. Me and his SW finally managed to arrange contact with his bio mom, and that she agreed to meet him in person. This has been what he has been begging for years. It was arranged for last Sunday. Looking back, she immediately seemed off after I told her. When I asked, she just told me that she had had a bad day at work, even though she seemed fine prior. About 5 days after I told her when the contact was arranged for, she asked to meet up for romantic dinner. I asked my mom to have the boys for the evening and met her at her favorite restaurant. And she told me she had booked a romantic lodge trip. I was initially excited, but I found out she had booked it for the same weekend 11 was meeting his bio mom. I told her I wouldn't be able to go, that I needed to be with 11 because I knew that he was going to have such a hard time processing his emotions and thoughts after his contact, and that he would just need that support. She went off on me, saying how I always prioritized the boys and never her, and how I should be happy that she booked and paid for the getaway even though I make more money than her. She said I should get my mom to do the contact or ask their agency to arrange someone. I said no, I wanted to be there to support 11. She said something along the lines of, "You won't be able to do this when we have a child." We ended up having a huge argument. She left the restaurant and then texted me some pretty nasty things later, and then yesterday she messaged just normal messages as if nothing happened, but I haven't responded. I've come to realize that she doesn't consider my boys as genuinely part of my family. She doesn't see me as a dad. She sees me as a babysitter. I don't want this relationship to be over. Genuinely, I love her. I'm the type of guy who wears his heart on his sleeve. And I have felt so depressed since the fight. And it was even worse that I just had to almost wear an emotional mask for 11 the past week because he has been so depressed after seeing his mom that I don't want him to see me depressed. Where do I go from here? Please don't give advice of just break up, because I know that's an option, but I don't want to take it. It's hard finding people with what I do for a living, and I feel so broken that I thought I had found someone real.